Good morning. So we see that the Meraglim, they weren't very, very bad people. They were very good people. But they couldn't understand how they come into action. They were the Deir HaMidbar. Midbar comes from the word dibur, speaking, speech. Speech is with the mouth. It's higher than action. And as we see that the letter Hey represents machshava, dibur, thought and speech, which they are connected. And the left hand is Maisa, which is disconnected. They didn't want to leave the dibur and machshava. So we can say that we do need Maisa B'Poyel because we had to go into Eretz Yisrael. And we know that the Meraglim did not say we have no need in it. They said the Avodah is not connected to them. Has no connection to them. There are people that deal with Maisa. Maybe that could be the Canaanites. But us, we are in the level of Dibur, Machshav and Dibur. Maisa is a whole disconnection. But they have to know that no matter how high they are with Machshav and Dibur, but if you go into the land of Eretz Yisrael, there is an advantage. And that's why Moshe rabbeinu told them, V'yasuru es haaretz. V'yasuru, that when you go into the land, you'll have an advantage. Because in order to transform the world, you need the koiches of the etzem haneshama, which the etzem haneshama is higher than your seichel. And that's what you need to go into the world. And then there's an advantage. You go much higher when you go into the world. So it's not only that the world needs us to refine it, that we have to go into Eretz Yisrael and deal with the world, but the world gives us an advantage. And Dafke this, which Kalev ben Yefuna and Yeshua ben Nun said, Ki lachmeinu heim. They are like our bread, that we can consume them just like bread. But also bread is something which connects our soul with our body. And Dafka, when the soul comes into a body, that's when he becomes a mehalech. That's when he becomes a goer. And that's why we say Dafka neshama comes into a guf. That's how we are, mahalchim bein ha'imdim. The ha'imdim are malachim. Angels cannot go higher than what they are. They cannot go higher. They are called ha'imdim. Gevura is gevura, chesed is chesed, tferes is tferes. No such thing as going higher. But we can go higher. We become mahalchim. And that's our avodah. But now to say that they were so disoriented or anything else, so we say that there's a mila also in the Meraglim. And one of the things that we learn from Meraglim is we learn that we need a quorum to daven 10 people. We need 10 people to daven with a minyan. Where do we learn it from? Ad Maseh Azois. So we see that Kalev ben Yefuna, Yeshua ben Nun did take their chelek of Eretz Yisrael, of all the Nesiim, where they were the ones that came back to say that it's bad. Yeshua and Kalev take their part, but it's only Mitzad the Chefza, the actual land. But Gavra, we need to come on to Teshuvah. which we know in a place of tshuva, no one can stand. He reaches much higher, so he can rectify it. And what's the Aveda of us now is? What is the connection to us? This idea of machshava and dibur. Well, we say ata barasa, ata yitzarta, ata nefachta bi, v'ata mashamra b'kirbi. That we have to go into the Maisa Tachtoin. We have to go to a place where v'ata mashamra b'kirbi. That you have to protect my soul. That it should not be it should not fall into these tracks. So therefore we have to go into Maisa. And that is Avodah, not to stay in Machshava and Dibur. Because Machshava and Dibur, you stay in Machshava and Dibur. And then what happens? Any chelik that you had to overcome, any part in the world that you had to overcome, which is part of your job in this world as an neshama big guf, would not be affected. And you'll still be connected to the asiyah that you did not refine. So no matter where you go, you will have to rectify this asiyah, this action. So you can't stay in talk and speech. The world has to be transformed. So what are we supposed to do? We have to make over here Eretz Yisrael. Like the Tzemach Tzedek said. Tzemach Tzedek said, make here Eretz Yisrael. What does that mean? That Jews are walking around in the street. Jews are learning Torah when they walk in the street. Jews that do mitzvahs in the street. The mitzvahs of Talmud Torah. They make over here Eretz Yisrael. So therefore thou will hasten also the Eretz Yisrael, which will spread out to the whole world. Which that is the coming of Mashiach. And then we'll have the true simcha of Rani Akara, that the Rani is Akara, which did not give birth, now she will give birth. Because the whole idea of the Geula is the birth of all Yidden. So it should be takef miyad mamash now. That not only we will elevate our land to Eretz Yisrael, and that will hasten the Geula, but also bring a tikkun, that instead of staying in Machshav and Dibur, will come into action. Which that is our Avodah. Our Avodah is to transform the Helem to Gilui. It should be Yashes Choshech Sisroi, that the darkness itself will light. And Be'ez Hashem, we will go to the ultimate redemption imtli right now. Long live our master, teacher, and Rebbe, King Mashiach forever and ever. Long live our master, teacher, and Rebbe, King Mashiach forever and ever. Long live our master, teacher, and Rebbe, King Mashiach forever and ever.